binoculars, and what do I see? Jersey Devil, Chupacabra, half a dozen Yeti. But no matter, baby, what I do, I can't seem to find you.
Hey, welcome to Featured Creatures.
I'm Alex.
I'm Garrett. Oh, this is weird. We have a new setup, and now we have two mics.
It's weird having to look at people.
I know, we used to sit like in a little huddled circle.
Exactly.
Now I'm just staring Shefton dead in the eyes.
It's weird.
It's a new year.
But
new uncomfortableness.
But I just still sit next to Alan in this love seat.
Yeah, we don't got a straight glances yet.
Not yet.
It's like an uncomfortable counseling session. So close and
two on
so
one.
Far. Exactly.
Let's all just be good cop, bad.
How about we just all be bad cop?
What if we all be good cop? Just like all try to help each other out.
All make our friends seem like a horrifying person, but then just come in with warm cocoa. He's a loose cannon. Nothing can stop him.
You don't understand.
Like,
I can only protect you so long. That is the extent of my impression of doing good cop.
That's
So it's like, I think I'm gonna suffocate you with this plastic bag, but inside is just my muffin. Which I will take a bite of to prove I'm a good cop.
Take a bite out of that muffin like a bite out of crime.
Well, I agree with that.
It's not poisonous.
You agree with the muffin?
Mm-hmm. He's got a good testimony. He's a good guy.
Okay.
Just write it and sign it, make sure it checks out.
So here's something that we're gonna do. We're gonna return to doing other segments.
Okay.
It's been
a new year.
I mean, this is the second episode coming out in 2019. Our first episode that came out in 2019 is States Monsters.
Oh, at the end of the year. Wow.
No.
So
the one at the end of the year was generic cryptids.
Got it. Well, I don't know how time works.
Let's do some cryptid events.
Okay.
We really need theme songs for all of these little segments.
I just want like old public domain like newsreel.
Yeah, everyone does that. We have to do it like the same tune but on a theremin.
It can be done.
It just always sounds spooky.
So, this one's from 2 weeks ago. So, by the time this comes out, like 5 weeks ago.
And the theme song, hopefully.
The title of this article from cryptozoologynews.com. 7 feet tall insect spotted in Illinois.
Nice.
St. Jacob, Illinois. A man in Madison County says he saw a 7 feet tall stick insect.
Does it repeatedly say 7 feet?
Yes.
That's not you.
Not
doing
7
that,
foot. No, it says 7 feet. Which is
7 stick feet, or just lunging at him.
You know, I actually I'm inclined to prefer the pluralization of feet. Because, like, why would you... I mean, like, realistically, why would you... Now I'm questioning the syntax of 7 foot tall. This thing is multiple singular things tall.
It reminds me of Sheep in the Big City. They have those, like, little segments in each episode.
Yeah.
One of them was Attack of the 50-Foot Monster, and it was a monster made out of 50 feet.
Nice. I like it.
Okay. The anonymous man said that he was driving home on a highway when the purported creature showed up last Wednesday at 3 a.m.
The sticking hour.
Here's this quote. Oh, fun. An object appeared in my headlights on the right side, crossing the highway, looking like a giant walking stick with 4 legs, he said on MUFON.
All right.
Here we go. Yep.
The Mutual UFO Network.
Yep.
So we got an extraterrestrial stick on our hands.
Oh, more quotes.
Get all good cop on this stick.
Its head turned as it ran and looked at me, just before going out of lighted view, he wrote on a provided sketch of the reported sighting.
Is there a picture of the sketch? That's what I'm wondering.
Yup.
We'll put it up on the screen.
That
was rhetorical. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, I'll show it to you when I'm done reading all of these quotes he has. The eyewitness claims the insect is about 7 feet tall. Its length, he added, was probably about the same.
Wait, what? Wait. It's like 7 feet around. Think about it.
Width. Oh, God.
Like, you can't be that's a log. It's a log.
Right? Fridge mode stick insect.
I didn't know they had freaking sequoias in Illinois.
I was just driving, and this redwood came at me.
Well, funny you should say that. It was redwood and moved it in approximately 1 second or less across the whole lighted area of my headlights. That doesn't make any sense. It was redwood and moved in approximately 1 second or less across the whole lighted area of my headlights. The part that doesn't make sense was just starting with, it was redwood.
Just being overly poetic.
This is how you know it's real to us. He's got the real life trauma. Can't get past this redwood that ran past him.
He said it had 4 legs and appeared to be slightly elevated off the ground.
Like it was like hovering.
I guess.
Okay.
When it turned to me, he said, it had no face.
Okay, so it's not a bug man. It's like
Look
an
at this,
alien
it
thing.
looks like a stick figure of a horse.
God, no.
Point it in my direction.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
didn't-
kind of what a stick insect looks like, but like...
I thought this was like a bipedal mantis man.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was
Yeah.
really hoping it was going to be like a big praying mantis. Big old pale praying, just like, flutter down on the road. Thought he was like a big bug. He was like, oh no, that's a car. Bye.
The biggest insect in the world is the white witch moth, which has a wingspan of 11.8 inches.
I thought you were going to say like feet. I was really hoping you were going to say feet. Let's go find one of these things. I want to ride an 11-foot moth into war.
There's a bit more to the article, so if you guys are interested in just like some
Roasting
talk,
a guy.
some not really about him, just like talking about giant insects, check out the article on cryptozoologynews.com. Not sponsored.
Look for that stick horse.
See, now I'm kind of like I kind of wish it were a 7-foot stick horse because that might be cool.
Just like a horse with an exoskeleton.
Just like big bugs. Let's return to that time. Can we start cloning those? Let's start there. Giant, pre-Cretaceous insects.
Yeah, okay.
I think it may be the only way to save the world.
I don't know. A lot like insects are super carnivorous, though, so that might be like
Page opening
way
sound.
dangerous.
Page turning sound.
I mean, at least like megafauna, they're all like mammals,
You can shoot one of those and you know where its organs
I
are.
was gonna say, right? Like they have a nice and complex nervous
Ain't
system.
no fucking book lungs on a bear.
Like a random bullet just takes one down out of nowhere. You try to shotgun the hell out of a bug, and it's like I have so much brain running through my body, it doesn't matter.
Let's get to today's featured creature. I'm very excited about this one. The Beast of Gevaudan. What?
Nothing. Tell your story.
La Bête de Gevaudan.
Oh my god.
That's its name in French.
Whoa. I'm sorry.
I tried my hardest on the pronunciation.
No.
Thought I did okay, but now you're just making me second guess everything about my life.
Sorry
Not a
about
good way to start this year. We're recording on New Year's Day, and
One
Shefton's
day-
just tearing me down.
Yeah.
One day into this
You
year.
make him feel bad. We'll never know where the meth house is buried.
So it's habitat.
So close to earning his trust.
Wait, hold on. What does it look like?
Well,
We haven't done one of these in so long, you forgot the order it goes in.
Okay, all right. Where's it live?
Well, it used to live, because it's dead.
Okay. This is a one-off monster.
Yeah. Well, 2.
Interesting. All right.
it had a very nice run.
It had its habitat was an area of 56 by 50 miles around the province of Gevaudan.
Okay.
I'm going to keep saying it like
We should all do it.
the descriptions from the time vary, but most often it was a wolf about the size of a calf, like a baby cow.
Okay, so like a big wolf.
Yeah, like a big wolf.
All right.
Russet in color, so like a dark brown, with a black streak down its back. So just like a pretty big wolf.
Okay.
Wolf and a half, about.
That sounds like a BoJack Horseman universe sitcom.
Wolf and a half.
Welcome to Wolf and a Half. It's like a single father who's like a cop and he's like trying to do right by his child. Wolf and a Half. Patent pending.
So, here's some info about this. The beast is responsible for at least 60 animal attack deaths. Some reports say over 100. Victims were often killed by throat ripping. So it's the MacGruber of of animals.
It's the Patrick Swayze and Roadhouse, just tearing throats out.
The Kingdom of France threw almost everything at the beast. The account has a profound impact on werewolf lore. In the lore that... in the case that Jean Chastel claimed he killed the beast with bullets he forged out of silver.
Interesting.
The attacks took place in the years 1764 to 1767. And now we get to a big timeline of attacks. This fucking story is bonkers. It's fucking bonkers.
I'm in for a ride.
I wanna take you for a ride.
Alright, first, early summer, 1764. A young woman tending cattle saw the beast coming at her. The bulls in her herd charged the beast and eventually drove it off. Shortly after, the first victim, Jean Bolet, was killed.
Oh, so a human.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this first lady was protected by her herd of cows. Even a wolf and a half can't take on a bunch of bulls.
Her trained attack bulls drove it up.
Late 1764. More attacks were reported, causing terror to grip the populace. It seemed to only target lone men, women, and children as they tended livestock, also only targeting neck and head regions. So if you're alone, it'd go after you, throat ripping and head biting.
Sounds like pretty standard wolf business. I mean, that's what I would do if I were a wolf. Just
And
bite
here's
for
the first,
head.
actual date. January 12th, 1765. Jacques Portefaix. Portefaix? I don't know. F-A-I-X?
I don't speak French.
And 7 of his friends were attacked. After several tries, the beast left. It just, circled up. They stayed alive by staying in a large group. The encounter caught the attention of Louis XV, who then gave Portefaix 300 livres.
Okay.
About, in today's dollars, about $4,000.
All right.
And gave each friend 50, about $500. Then Portefaix was educated at the state's expense. A lot for surviving a wolf attack.
Right.
You get paid.
You survived this wolf. We're paying
Have some
you.
free
You're going
college.
to school. It's the early GI Bill right there. Go to school. We're going to train you to be a wolf hunter.
Louis XV then declared the French state would help find the beast. First Captain Duhamel of the Clermont-Ferrand Dragoons and his troops were deployed. Louis XV also sent 2 professional wolf hunters. Okay, so this dude has 6 names, in a row.
Oh my goodness, one of those. Wait, is this... I'm going to ask a question really early on, because this is sounding a lot like the film Brotherhood of the Wolf. Do we have any idea?
That is based on the events of this real-life account, yes.
That is so great.
Yeah, no, the movie's good, too.
It is a fun movie.
And I talk about it in the pop culture section.
Excellent.
And by talk about it, mention it.
Okay, alright, good.
Okay, this dude's name. Jean-Charles Marc-Antoine Vumercel de Enval. And his son, Jean-Francois.
Yeah, it's going to be one name, which is Mark.
You get them all when I die.
You get the rest of them.
You inherit all of my names. A lot of mantles.
Okay. Portefaix assembled large hunting parties, while de Enval preferred stalking and stealth. So, military tactics, hunting tactics. Huh.
I mean, I feel like how hard is it just set up a blind in a field and just get one person to be bait and then just shoot the hell out of it from stealth?
Pretty hard if...
Well, obviously, given that it failed.
February 17th, 1765. De Enval got 8 bloodhounds trained in wolf hunting and spent 4 months hunting Eurasian wolves. But the attacks continued, so they were fired and replaced. Because they were not getting the right wolf.
Just repeatedly killed different wolves, and this one wolf was just hanging out in his den chuckling at these guys.
This fucking asshole.
These guys. 4 months is nothing.
He used the other wolves as bait.
Right.
Throw them off with mauling field workers.
June 22nd, 1765. The king's only arquebus bearer and lieutenant of the hunt replaced the wolf hunters. His name was Francois Antoine, which is one of the kids' names and one of the dad's names.
This fused and became one person.
And the arquebus is just a big gun, just a big rifle. Which is weird that the king only had one guy to use it.
Just you're my gun.
You're my gun boy.
Wield my big gun.
Wield the big gun for king and country. So this time, the French were still feared for military might.
Yep.
September 20th, 1765. Antoine killed a large gray wolf about 5'7" long.
That's pretty good.
And it was about 3 feet high. From, floor to head.
It's a big dog.
They named it Le Loup de Chasse.
Makes sense.
Antoine officially stated, and I quote, "We declare by the present report, signed from our hand, we never saw a big wolf that could be compared to this one. Hence we believe this could be the fearsome beast that caused so much damage."
Wow.
It was ID'd by survivors, stuffed, and sent to Versailles. Antoine stayed to chase and kill its mate and brood.
Wow, that makes sense.
Killing the mate and one of its adult cubs. It shot the other one, but he couldn't find a corpse. He returned to Paris and received 9,000 livres, about 20,000 American dollars in today's money.
Yeah, that's some good money.
December 2nd, 1765. The beast killed 2 boys, ages 6 and 12. It showed no fear around cattle, and a dozen more deaths were reported afterwards.
So they didn't get the right wolf.
Oh, they got the right wolf, but they let one of its young
I
live.
guess that makes sense then. The one that they didn't find the corpse of.
Yep. John Chastel shot it dead during a hunt organized by Marquis de Apchier. I don't know. D''Apchier.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that's the last account of it being shot with the silver bullets of Jean Chastel.
Okay.
Theories: werewolf, wolf-dog hybrid, wearing armor. Because they shot it a bunch and it lived.
But from who?
No.
Well, this ties into our other creature. Yeah, I won't spoil.
And then here's personally my favorite theory: just a big wolf.
Yeah, right? Cause that's...
There's also or a hyena, which is a pretty good theory.
It got smuggled over by somebody, got loose.
And not my favorite, but a pretty great one. Probably the funniest one. A shaved lion?
I mean, but how, cause... the French were all over the place. How would you not recognize a shaved lion?
Well, yeah, the French were all over the place, but now people living in this, these little villages.
I guess that's true. That's true. Nobody could read.
And it's, nighttime, usually.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, the only other kind of, predator that you have that's even kind of like that would be a wolf. So it's just I don't know, it's a big thing on 4 legs that ate me. It's a wolf. I guess that's fair.
Pop culture. The first literary reference is in the 1858 novel, The Beast of Gevaudan.
Okay.
Robert Louis Stevenson's 1898 book travels with a donkey in the Cevennes. I can't French at all.
You should learn French.
And I have the quote from that on my phone. Let's find it. Oh man, I put this in there so long ago. It's buried in my notepad. December 13th is when I did this research.
Oh, that's not that long.
That's before our last recording session.
That's true. It's still not that long. I was thinking months and months ago.
Here's the quote from his book about his donkey travels. "For this was the land of the ever-memorable beast, the Napoleon Bonaparte of wolves. What a career was his! He lived 10 months at free quarters in Gevaudan and Vivarais. He ate women and children, and shepherdesses celebrated for their beauty. He pursued armed horsemen. He was placarded like a political offender, and 10,000 francs were offered for his head. And yet, he was shot and sent to Versailles. Behold, a common wolf, and even small for that. From chapter 1, I have a goad.
Just hot fire thrown at the French from Robert Louis Stevenson.
There's an episode of Animal X about the Beast of Gevaudan.
Really?
The great 2001 movie, Brotherhood of the Wolf. There's a shit ton of books that just have him in it, because it's a historical.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
And then, the reason that Maha picked this one, in Boku no Hero, one of the Class 1B students is kind of like Beast.
Yeah.
And his superhero name is Gevaudan.
Wow.
He has werewolf-like powers.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a nerd.
He does look like a nerd. That's all I have written down for the Beast of Gevaudan.
Now, I think I remember read about this years ago. They thought it was a big boar also. I kind of
Probably.
That's the one. I like when big boars are just causing trouble.
I could see that.
I like shaved lion. I don't know why it has to be shaved.
I just like the big wolf in armor. I like that.
It's a big wolf wearing armor.
Just inexplicably armored wolf.
The organism 46B of the French Empire.
I like the idea that it was like they were training it and it got loose.
Fucking
And they couldn't
old
cop to
Wayland
it, so-
Yutani.
Oh, we don't know what it was. It's just this crazy wolf. Like, help, we'll get rid of this thing. That's why they had to like secret away that guy and his friends because they were like, hey,
Send him to
you know too much.
re-education.
Exactly. You know too much about this armored wolf that we created. We made it too powerful. Only these magic
Only
bullets can
one
penetrate
big
its
gun
armor.
can stop it.
Exactly.
That's why we only have the one.
The anti-armor wolf gun. It's in a prototype stage and might not work. It might kill the user as well. That's why there was only one. Yep.
Oh, man.
I guarantee you wouldn't have the real body. Yeah, see, what I'm thinking is that it actually made it across the ocean and the armored wolf became Ringdicus. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Imagine that. That'd be fun, right?
yeah, the other cub that got away.
It was
Right.
Ringdicus.
In the newly settling America.
Oh,
10
man.
years after.
Showed up with the early Mormon settlers on in the New World.
Well, there wouldn't be Mormon settlers.
I know. And the timeline's way off. It was flimsy at best. I know. I thought it would be okay. Trying to take shots in the early part of the year.
Plugumentations.
Oh, man. I totally had something.
I already have mine. It's beautiful.
Okay, go. You go first. I'll go last.
Aquaman. Go watch Aquaman. There's a scene where Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren's in the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's Mara's dad.
Wow.
Dolph Lundgren is riding a very angry giant seahorse at an army of lava crab people.
Oh,
It is the
man.
best album art you can ever imagine.
Just sounds great.
I want a rock opera based on the last fight scene, like last battle of the movie.
Looked really good. Like, the trailers made it look really good. I want to go see it. I'm with you on that, too. Like, I was kind of whatever until, like, I saw him in the suit, and I was like, oh, no, that looks great.
The
Let's go
movie
see this movie.
is a fun ride. Not going to say it's a good movie, but it is a fun movie to watch.
I'm sure it's a good movie. It's just not a great film.
It is sonically confusing. Like, there are wacky sound effects for no reason.
Interesting.
There's a building falling, and there's literally the sound effect. There's a sinkhole that they fall into that makes a burping sound when they fall into it.
And I kept hearing this pinging. I was like, oh shit, it's my like COD docs that are like MP3s playing, but no,
Yeah,
it's just they don't know what they're doing.
It's
But sound design is great.
it's
Nice.
fantastic. It works. It's
No,
great.
That was out of nowhere. It was a really quiet scene. And like, I don't know. I don't get that one, but the rest I enjoy. I like that.
And then there's Black Manta and his
And he goes,
Yes.
yeah.
whatever. He's a spring, you know?
Really? Does he like
No,
really
no,
makes
no,
broing
so
noise
he
when they?
doesn't.
I mean, not the spring, but like genuinely makes broing noise.
No.
I loved that movie.
In my head, he does. Whenever they punch him,
Whenever Aquaman hits people, it should sound like someone just getting slapped with a tuna.
Oh man, just like a wet sponge noise. Just like every time we just threw a wet sponge against a wall.
This is my dream. Yeah, I just want to have a $500,000 budget to just throw a sponge against the wall for Aquaman.
Nice. Can you imagine $500,000 budget for
Foley.
Foley? Not even like just like for overall sound design,
Yeah,
just
the
Foley.
Foley.
$500,000 in sweatpants and knee pads for your Foley work that you're doing. Yep. That actually would be hilarious.
Yeah, let's start. Okay, I'm gonna Foley up this episode and really show people what I can do.
All right.
I'm excited. I'm still trying to come up with something to plug.
Who's next?
Yeah, I think that there is a secret callback in Aquaman to the Evil Within with the drumming octopus.
Oh,
But
there is an octopus drumming.
just like in the Evil Within, another masterpiece of wow, they really did this. Cool.
And in the beginning of the movie, some good set dressing. Aquaman's dad, before he's Aquaman's dad, is reading a Dunwich horror.
Wow. Makes sense.
So he knows what he's getting into, and he's
It's like Fish Girl. All right.
Fish
my
woman.
fan fiction.
Okay. All right, sign me up.
All right, what's yours?
Oh man, I don't know. I never have a plug. I always have like when we're not recording, I'm like, oh, that'd be a great thing to plug. That's a thing I'm enjoying. I should plug that, and then I just forget.
What if I just keep talking about the Evil Within?
On the way, I mean, you can.
You got to
Just
get
plug
one,
it for
then.
both of
You
us?
gotta, no, you got to get a plug.
Gosh,
I'm ranting, so you can do this.
You gotta. I'm trying to come up with something on the spot.
Yeah.
What I actually really want to plug, genuinely, is this Gatorade that I'm drinking because it's Garrett proof. Like I left one here for weeks, and Garrett just didn't drink it because he was like, I don't want that.
Cucumber lime is the grossest flavor.
It
What?
is. It is delicious.
It's-
Gatorade. They made the right decision. They tried to branch out into the Latino market with the cucumber lime flavor, and it is delicious.
I like both of those separately a
Horrific.
lot, but like
It's
together
two great
it creates an
flavors.
unholy alliance.
I don't want cucumber.
Like,
Literally
fucking
Pepino, dude. That's where it's
Shinnok and Shang Tsung,
at. Oh my
a
god.
deadly alliance.
You also been getting a lot of Mortal Kombat pop-ups in your YouTube feed. 'Cause
Actually, yeah.
yeah,
And like,
Yep.
not only as notifications on my phone's home screen.
yeah.
And I'm like, I don't fucking have this set up for notifications at
Who
all.
do I follow that's covering Mortal Kombat? Nobody. It's just like popular on YouTube right now. I really want to play Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I remember like reading distinctly, oh, it's got like all the characters in it. I didn't think that was true. It's got all the characters.
Yeah, it's got
in
fucking Frost in it.
it. Yeah, like I genuinely. wanna
Armageddon
play
was
it.
great.
It's even got Blaze. Yep.
Yeah.
That's my plug.
Cool.
Go out and get some Gatorade.
Don't get that flavor.
You should.
If
do
you
it.
like that flavor, get that flavor. But no, it is safe from me.
You just leave a whole bunch from around Garrett, and they won't get drank.
I'm Googling Bloody Roar characters because I forgot the wolf's name.
Oh man.
I remember Bakuryu, the mole. But
I genuinely have forgotten everybody's name.
Fang, the wolf.
There's
And
Sting.
Yugo, the wolf.
Sting is the ninja beetle.
Email us. Our email is featuredcreaturepod@gmail.com. Send us your stories. Send us just whatever you want. Ideas. We read them all.
Disagree with us. Agree with us.
No.
Anything, honestly.
Our Twitter @Feecree is where you can go to disagree with
That's
us.
true. Make it nice and public.
Yeah, we'll get back to you on there. I promise.
At least I will.
I might agree with you just to be like contrarian and funny. So
Well, we're
I
good
mean,
cops.
Oh. You can find our other things, like the Patreon and the Instagram, just looking up Featured Creatures. You'll see the logo.
Do we have an edgy, ironic, but not really ironic TikTok like everyone else? Is that what we're doing now?
No.
I don't know. I don't even
Wanna
know.
be an
Like,
Instagram star.
is TikTok like the new Snapchat? Is that what
I
that
don't
is?
know.
No, it's that other thing that was horrible.
Oh, it's
Musically and Vine combined. They got bought by like some mega.
So it's just like you just like put up like a short video on a thing, and like people get them randomly in like a feed.
I think so, and you can like respond to people or something horrible like that.
What?
Because
I mean,
Musically
okay.
was like this thing for kids that go like, I can lip sync to music that's not funny, and it made all those other non-YouTube celebrities.
Okay.
I don't know. Internet, you disappoint me.
Let's just end on
We were
this.
supposed to have the dark web everywhere. Now we just have TikTok, and now I'm gonna make